Okay, so I'm going to go over the assignments that were due in Seesaw for the week. I'm sorry the video is a little late. On Monday, we worked on compare and contrast, and we watched the Spray and Pop video and completed this activity in Seesaw where the students compare and contrast each picture by writing a sentence about how each pair of objects are the same and how they're different. They also completed these two assignments in Seesaw where they had to highlight red and blue, how they were the same and how they were different, how the ideas were the same and different. In math on Monday, they completed this activity in Seesaw where they had to create a number sentence based off the dominoes and then create the fact families that go with them with that number sentence. In phonics, we completed an activity on EA, EE, and EY vowel teams. In science, the students completed an activity where they had to guess what sounds they might hear in these different settings, like a forest, city, and classroom. On Tuesday, again, the students completed another activity on compare and contrast where they compared and contrast a donut and a cinnamon roll on the Venn diagram and between a school bus and a car. So they made their comparisons in the center. They put how a school bus and car are similar and how they're different on the outer edge of the Venn diagram. In math, the students, we were going to try to log into Map Skills, but we're going to have to try that again next week, unless you were in Miss Deese's class and they were able to get on Map Skills this week. They also played a game on these vowel teams, EE, EA, and EY. In science, they completed another activity where they tried to determine the volume and pitch of different sounds. On Thursday, the students listened to these two stories in the Pete the Cat series. And we talked about how their adventures, what their adventures were in each story, and how the adventures were the same and how they were different. And so we completed that on Seesaw. Math, we're looking at number bonds. So the students have to create a number bond, which is basically, it's another way of writing fact families. Okay, so this is an activity they'll need to complete in Seesaw. For ELT, there is an activity in Seesaw on the different types of sentences, like imperative or interrogative sentences. And then the activity for social studies in Seesaw is to draw a picture of Ruby Bridges, okay? And they can draw pictures of important women from the book that we read about her. And on Friday, we are still doing compare and contrast, but this time we're going to be doing comparing and contrasting Curious George, okay? Two stories from that series and how the adventures are, what the adventures are from each story and how they're the same and how they're different, okay? Friday and math, the students are continuing to look at number bonds and then this other graphic organizer that can help you figure out how to solve subtraction problems. And so it's called Part Whole, and this is also on Seesaw. Students will also be looking at verb tenses, and so this activity is on Seesaw where they have to identify the tense of the verb and write the correct version of the verb that would go in the blank. Social studies, the activity in Seesaw is filling out this graphic organizer on Ruby Bridges. And that is basically it for this week. So if you have any questions, let me know. Thank you.